All right, guys, went back today with another high-value mid-tier first focal plane LPVO option from Primary Arms, and they've been really knocking it out of the park lately. Primary Arms has almost every type of LPVO you can possibly think of, and most of them have the ACSS reticle system, and depending on which one you select can be either bullet specific or rather generic depending on the caliber you pick, and again, the reticle selection you pick. Now, these are really awesome because the Primary Arms lineup of first focal plane and second focal plane optics really covers everything you could possibly need in scope. So if this one is not for you, definitely try some of the other ones. Now, this is the SLX 1 to 8, and it's a first focal plane, meaning as you zoom in and out, the reticle gets larger and smaller, so your bullet drop compensation and your ranging will be effective at every single zoom level. This one also has the Illuminated ACSS Griffin X mil reticle system, which is a very slimmed down and streamlined reticle system. There's other reticle systems that give you a little bit more information, but this one is kind of a no-nonsense CQB ring with a chevron tip and some leader lines as you zoom in and out. And again, because it's a first focal plane, you don't have to worry about being at a specific zoom level to take advantage of the reticle. Now, when you're looking at first focal planes, they do have some disadvantages, like as you see in the intro, when you shrink it to the 1 power setting, your reticle practically disappears, but this one is good enough to use for CQB and personal defense shooting. Before we get through the rest of this review, I do want to give a huge shout out to Callaway Ballistics for donating the 223 ammo to help make this video. Without their support, it'd be really difficult to continue to produce reviews. Definitely check them out. I also have the code 704TACTICAL for free shipping on ammo orders over $200. All of that info will be in the description below. This is also on top of a Reticle firearms upper assembly that is from Primary Arms as well, including their Expo Arms BCG and charging handle. It's a pretty good perfect pair. These guys have a lot of exclusive offerings from Primary Arms, so you can check the Reticle firearms out as well. It's been running great, and this is a very nice combo. Now, when we are talking about a first focal plane optic, we do have a lot of advantages and some disadvantages like I mentioned. But across the board, Primary Arms offers different scopes, so if this one is not quite right for you, you can definitely check out that other list. They also do different sales and bonus bucks, so you want to take advantage of those deals. A lot of this information will be located on my campsite page, and the campsite page will be in the description below. And you can follow me on my Instagram, Patreon, and Twitter page to get notified of all the best deals from Primary Arms and other companies that I see. I post them as soon as I find a good deal. Now, this is around, or the body is focused around a 30 millimeter tube, so any 30 millimeter offset tube mount will work out great. This is going to be a little bit longer than some optics because it is a first focal plane, but it is not too long by any means. You can see it fits nicely proportional on the top of an AR. It comes with the flip-up lens covers, and you will have to grab your mount, but again, any 30 millimeter mount will do. It does have this nice extension right here to easily zoom this from your 1 power setting to your 8 power setting, and on the side it does have that side illumination knob. Now, this gets fairly daytime bright. Not the brightest I've ever seen, but definitely not the dimmest. It's pretty darn good. Now, at the 1 power setting, again, you're only illuminating a small reticle, and it kind of works as a red dot like inside your home for personal defense and different applications like that. This is also really nice for different hunting applications in twilight and dusk because you can zoom to the 1 power setting and track something across a field and then quickly zoom into the 8 power setting and take your shot, so it works out well there. The eye relief on this guy on the low end is going to be about 3.2 inches, and the field of view at 100 is going to be 105 feet. So just to give you some basic statistics. Now, the eye box and eye relief on these optics are pretty darn good, but again, that's kind of where the first focal plane, maybe not quite as good as the second focal plane, and every scope is different, but I found that this one is just a little bit less forgiving than some of the other ACSS reticle systems I've seen in the second focal plane optics. Something to consider if you're primarily going to be using this for kind of close-up CQB shooting, and that's what I want to mention as well. If you're buying an optic for primarily close-up and CQB shooting in the LPVO category, I would recommend a second focal plane optic. If you primarily plan on shooting past 50 yards and occasionally shooting at the 1 power setting, I would recommend a first focal plane optic, so that gives you some information to kind of figure out exactly what you want to do. Again, though, this is perfect for all of those ranges, but something to consider. The glass on this is very clear. The reticle is very easy to make out, and I love the fact that it gives you a ton of information in a very simplistic reticle system, so it's not going to be overcomplicated. The reticle system itself is in MRADs, and all of the adjustments are very easy under these cap turrets, so you can see all of those accordingly. Every click equals 0.1 MRAD, so the reticle itself matches really nice with those turrets. Everything about it is very good quality. The build quality, the fit and finish is spectacular, no issues there. And when you pick this up, you know you're getting a premium scope and the price point of about $479. And occasionally with those sales, free shipping and bonus box, you can save a little bit more. Again, all the information and linking, will, if I can anyways, will be on the campsite page in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.